When you say attraction marketing, what exactly do you mean? What is it?
For me, attraction marketing is this thing that lives between a couple different principles that you may be aware of. One is direct outreach and sales, which is how you do outbound sales strategies, and something that's much more ambient, which is content marketing, which is where you create lots of content and over a long period of time, it attracts the right kinds of clients to you. Ideally, this is what I would recommend to every single person to build your personal brand, your thought leadership, your authority. But people don't have that kind of runway, so they need more tangible results, so they can't afford to do this for 3, 5, 7 years. So this is some hybrid approach.
We
leveled up one of our major funnels and it rapidly increased the conversion rate.
He thinks he puts his heart into what he does to be able to deliver.
You know, you and Macy both super sharp, man, and that's one of the biggest pleasures of working together. You guys are like diamonds, you know, very hard to come across in the digital world.
Best looking profile on Upwork for ClickFunnels. I'm like, this guy is the best. Like, this is the guy I need.
He's so thorough with his work. He shows you what he's done, why he did it that way, how to access things. I just so trust him.
Yeah, really into the detail and cannot recommend him highly enough. Buddy, thank you like for everything you've done. And yeah, love working with you.
Nothing But Up, the podcast, season 2, with your host, Jamir Angelo.
Welcome to the podcast. It's Jamir Angelo, your host for Nothing But Up, the podcast. And I'm coming to you live from a simple home office here in the province of South Cotabato. You're tuned in today to season 2, episode 17, and today is Monday, May 20th. And we're back at it again with another episode that will help you learn more about attraction marketing. And also today's episode will help you learn how to use attraction marketing effectively. Learning, some strategies and styles on how you can grow your brand or business by applying attraction marketing. Now, this type of marketing is actually not new. I mean, it's been around for years. And I want you to absorb everything that we'll talk about today to really get you a good gist on how you'd be able to take your business to the next stage or onto that next level. But before we dive in today's episode, as always, let's try to throw some shout outs as well. So first things first, shout out to Kim John Natalio of Aranda, Sorala. Thanks for subscribing. I also appreciate you for following us and for supporting Funnel Expert PH Basketball. I know that you're putting up your team there in Aranda. More power to you and good luck as well to you. And also greetings to our solid listeners on our podcast. And let me just pull it up here 1 second. Okay, from Columbus, Ohio, Ms. Mary Lancaster. From Ashburn, Virginia, Troy Adeshan. We got one from Chandler, Arizona, Gabe Michaels. And also to our listeners from Mexico, specifically from Puebla, Mexico. Ruben Ortiz, and also from Nuevo Leon, still from Mexico, Michael Hernandez. Thanks for hanging out with us. We also have some folks following us from Catalonia, Spain. Mr. Luis Granada, thank you so much for hanging out. And let me check. We also have one from Tbilisi, Algeria. Mr. Ahmed Farouk, thanks so much for watching. And by the way, our podcast has reached and been listened to 29 countries thus far. And thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. So If you haven't, just try to go to Spotify and look for Nothing But Up, the podcast, and hit subscribe. Download our episodes when you can, and listen while you're driving. And you can also check us out on YouTube, Funnel Expert PH, and catch all of our episodes there. Okay, now, I know what you're thinking. What is attraction marketing and why should I care? Well, let me tell you, if you're looking to increase brand awareness, generate leads, and establish trust with your customers, this episode is really for you. So, what exactly is attraction marketing? Now, try to think of it as the charm offensive of the marketing world. And instead of pushing products or services directly onto consumers, we attract them by providing value upfront. It's like, throwing a party where the guests get to enjoy the best appetizers before the main course. And by the time they sit down, they already have a good idea about the experience that they will be having. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be loving it, right? And in general, attraction marketing is an inbound strategy. It's all about educating consumers and creating personal connections before you even mention a sale. So I want you to imagine, you're scrolling through social media and you stumbled upon a blog post that solves a problem you didn't even know or you didn't even recognize you had. So you got intrigued, you click, you read, and by the end of it, you're not just informed, but you're also hooked on the brand behind the article. Now that's attraction marketing. Another good one, like this one. You landed on my podcast show, you listened to an episode, you felt like you could connect, realized that it solved your problem, and you wind up emailing me asking about my services and wanted to talk. Now, that is also a perfect example of attraction marketing. So, another good one is that you may have stumbled upon my testimonials or reviews, read my story on my website or through my social media postings. You saw my accomplishments and you find me to be the funnel guy you really wanted to work with. That is also attraction marketing. Now, let's talk about how to use this magic to grow and distinguish your brand from the rest. You see, the beauty of attraction marketing is that it focuses on a brand's story rather than specific products or services it offers. So this makes it especially powerful in the digital world where content is king. Now, here are some types of attraction marketing that you can follow. And this is just based off my experience and what I have gathered along the years of doing digital marketing. Number one, influencer content. So social media influencers are pros at this. They rarely tell you to buy a product, but instead they share how they use it in their daily lives, building trust with their followers. And for example, a fitness influencer might show how they use a particular brand, let's say of a protein powder, in their morning smoothie routine, making it look like an essential part of their healthy lifestyle. So that's one good style of attraction marketing that you can use. Another good one would be for something like useful material. Now, think like blog postings, instructional videos, or maybe how-to guides as examples, because you see, providing valuable information for free not only builds trust, but also establishes you as an authority in your field. So, for example, a tech company might create a series of how-to videos on setting up home Wi-Fi networks, helping customers solve common issues without needing to hire a professional. All right. Third one would be classes and workshops, like hosting events that educate people on topics related to your brand, and that can really generate a lot of interest. So imagine a plant nursery, right? Holding a workshop on how to care for different types of flowers. Now, participants leave with new knowledge and a favorable impression of their brand, plus more likely they would go and buy plants from a place they trust. And finally, product endorsements. So this usually applies for bigger brands, right? And big brands often use celebrities or well-known institutions to endorse their products. Think of something like a sports star promoting a new sneaker, for example. Now, the association can attract new customers and lend credibility to the product. For example, a skincare brand, they might have a well-known actress endorse their product, which can significantly boost its appeal to potential customers. Now, I know you might be asking this, how can you get started with attraction marketing? So let's break it down for you. First, try to share personal stories, right? Stories create emotional connections. Share why you started your business, the challenges you overcame, and the success stories of your customers. This not only humanizes your brand, but also builds a strong connection with your audience. So for example, a bakery might share the story of its founder's passion for baking that started in childhood and how this passion led to creation of a unique family recipe for pastries. Right? Second most important one, know your audience. Now this is very crucial. It's absolutely crucial for you to understand who your target audience is. Are they young professionals? Are they parents? Are they business owners? Or maybe, I don't know, fitness enthusiasts? Because once you know who you're talking to, you can tailor your content to their interests and needs. You can use something like videos, blog postings, or maybe infographics, and more to reach them on their preferred platforms. So for example, a company selling educational toys, right, might target parents with blog posts about the benefits of learning through play, shared on parenting forums, or social media groups. Okay. Another good one would be to generate trust. Okay. People buy from brands they trust. Who doesn't? Right? So you can perhaps provide content that addresses your audience needs and concerns directly. So if you're selling a pet camera, for example, try to write articles on how to ease the anxiety of pets left home alone. And this is not only provides, value, but also positions your brand as a very helpful resource for them. So one good example, a company selling eco-friendly products might generate trust by sharing data on environmental impact and tips for living sustainably. And then choose your voice. Your brand's voice should resonate with your audience, whether it's professional, casual, or maybe playful. Make sure it reflects your brand's personality. Listen to your audience and communicate in a way that feels natural to them. For example, fashion brand targeting teens might use a playful tone with slang or maybe emojis on social media and connect with your audience, right? And then finally, educate customers. Now, why do you need to do so? Now, once you've built a community and established trust, it's time for you to educate your customers on how your product or service can solve their problems. Maybe create, how-to videos, write detailed guides, and maybe show real-life examples of your product in action. So for example, a software company might create tutorials showing how their product can streamline business operations, making it easier for potential customers to see the benefits. And guys, before we call it a day, here are some quick tips for developing an effective attraction marketing campaign. Number one, try to be authentic. Authenticity is the key. Share genuine stories and maybe experiences to build a real connection with your audience. For example, a small business owner might share their daily routine and the personal care they put into each product they make. Second, use the right platform. For obvious reasons, you need to choose a platform that best suits your audience. If your product is aimed at business professionals, you may want to consider using LinkedIn. Maybe for younger audience, you can do Instagram or TikTok. Might be even more effective. If you're a career coach, you might as well, again, use LinkedIn to share success stories and professional tips, reaching an audience of job seekers and professionals. And then, finally, keep your products accessible. So while the focus is on sharing experiences and creating connections, don't forget to provide key information about your products or services and where were they able to find them. Make it easy for your audience to make the next step or take the next step. A craft supplies, for example, might provide DIY project tutorials on their website along with links to purchase necessary materials directly from their online shop. And there you have it. Attraction marketing, guys, is indeed all about creating value, building trust, and establishing a connection with your audience before making a sale. It is a very powerful strategy. When done right, can really set your brand apart from the competition. And that's a wrap for today's episode. Remember, no matter what challenges you may face, there's always a way to rise above and keep moving forward. With the right mindset and determination, nothing can hold you back. Nothing but up. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring conversations like this. This is Jameer Angelo. Until next time, peace, y'all.
Sage about the flex.